Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. I just poured me a new cup of coffee, and we do have the lawnmower guys here. They just showed up. So don't be surprised if you hear blowers, lawnmowers, potential weed eaters. You could hear it all. And you'll hear me drinking some coffee too. Now, something I haven't shown in a little while is just going to show the opinions of a couple of these guys who do the chart stuff. Don't go crazy out there, crypto police. I'm just showing you what they're saying. This is Dark Defender. We analyze weekly historical patterns of XRP pointed in August. XRP still identically follows the pattern. Additionally, the pattern aligns with Elliott waves. They both target $3 in short term. Now indicate the wave will start in 5 to 6 weeks. And then this is interesting. This is from FX Street. It says apparently this guy Thomas Krlau, who is with XRP, I think it said. Look at this. This is a quote from this guy. Currently, we observe huge speculative narratives around Ripple, which could potentially lead to significant price increase for XRP in the next 3 to 4 months, pushing its value to anywhere between $10 and $30. And then Crypto Bull, which I haven't seen around in a while, but he's showing up here. Based on the previous fractal, XRP will break out next week and reach. Now, look, I think when he does this, I think he's kind of tweaking us. So, but I wanted to show it anyway because he was showing that same $30 figure. Who knows if any of this means anything? I'm not a chart guy. I tell you all the time, but there are some people out there that are interested in this kind of stuff. So I should try to show it every once in a while. Okay, I've got an email here. Let's see what, all right. And then we've got this from CoinDesk. Celsius CEO Alex Mashinsky was arrested early Thursday after an investigation into the company's collapse. Then John Deaton comes in with a very good point. The SEC sued Alex Mashinsky after investors were defrauded and lost money. The SEC sued FTX after investors were defrauded and lost money. The SEC can't catch everything. I understand that, but the point here is look at the level of resources, energy, and time spent focusing on suing good actors who may or may not have violated Section 5. In essence, failure to make disclosures. The SEC has spent all this time and energy on Ripple, Coinbase, Dragon Chain, and the list goes on. All non-fraud cases. Where are the meeting notes, emails, correspondence between Gensler, SEC, and SFB fraud, FTX? Was there a deal being cut as the rumors suggest? Rumors, folks, rumors. There have been a lot of rumors about that. Remember, Garrett, don't forget, John, Gary Gensler's the same guy who, while at the CFTC, the MF Global fraud took place and robbed all the investors, and it was on his watch. He didn't do anything. And just by pure coincidence, the CEO of MF Global was John Corzine, who was Gary Gensler's boss when he was at Goldman Sachs. Just imagine that. Metal Allman says new crypto regulations. Senator Loomis and Gillibrand have introduced comprehensive legislation to regulate crypto assets. It's 3 key takeaways. Bill would make clear that crypto assets do not represent a financial interest in the underlying project, would be commodities, not securities. If a token carries with it rights to dividends or interest payments or ownership in the issuer, it's a commodity. If the token carries with it no rights to dividend, okay. The bill assigns the job of regulating crypto exchanges like Coinbase to the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, not the SEC. I'm having a feeling that Gillibrand and Loomis must have had a falling out with Gary, because when they did their first bill, they were having meetings with Gary. Sounds like they must have been catching all kinds of hell and changed their mind about working with Gary. 3, The bill would allow stablecoins to be issued by regulated depository institutions, banks, or credit unions. Stablecoins would have to be backed one-to-one by high-quality liquid assets. Existing issuers of stablecoins would get priority for obtaining new charters. Then Eleanor Terrett puts this out. This doesn't sound like someone planning to step down anytime soon. Gensler told reporters Wednesday at a press conference that he won't recuse himself, saying he is fully compliant and well aware of his ethical responsibilities. Well, if you want him to step down, what you got to do is you got to get Representative Byron Donalds to be the guy asking him questions in front of Congress when he goes and speaks in front of them next week. The SEC chairman will testify before the Senate Appropriations Committee next week. I don't even know if that Donalds is on the Appropriations Committee. Check this out. Ashley Prosper is on fire as she does. You know what? What the hell? Let's read this. So it's 2014 and Stephen Narioff acquires a piece of paper from the SEC that fits nicely into Lubin's pocket. A few months later, ETH has its ICO where an unknown number of whales purchased Ethereum anonymously. Was there money laundering? Was there tax evasion? Was there fraud? Is the DOJ looking into this? Is New York State AG, Tisha James? We know the CCP through Wang Zhang held at least 410,000 Ethereum. How much Ethereum does the CCP own and control now? Is that not a national security risk? Fast forward to 2017-18. Now we have Joseph Lubin and Vitalik having secret meetings, emails, phone calls, members of the SEC in order to get free pass for Ethereum and create a monopoly. Around the same time, we have JP Morgan, another entity with interest in Ethereum, communicating with the SEC about Ripple and sending 15 of its senior executives to Ripple's offices. What did they want? Unknown. But I suspect they wanted to buy Ripple out. After all, Ripple's products was slowly crushing Ethereum's market dominance. And if they couldn't have it, they would crush it. Either Clayton, a boy who never became a man, has never been held accountable for anything. Isn't money wonderful? He's unsure about dropping the lawsuit on Ripple, so the powers that be send Hinman in once again to seal the deal. Clayton drops the lawsuit on Ripple and hands the baton to banker's boy Gary Gensler. His job is to shift crypto into the hands of a few. He begins his plan by going after exchanges. Perhaps this is hinted in the MIT lesson Missing Session 18. And maybe that's why MIT is withholding it from the public. Enter Promethium, the crypto securities exchange with no crypto or security to exchange. Somehow they acquired favor from the SEC. It was held out as a shining example for the industry. I'm sure that has nothing to do with CCP, American bonds, the Bidens, or blackmail, almost sure. But their plans were disrupted by a community that had been rejected and ostracized from the mainstream. Through sheer determination and will, XRP community fought back. And they fought back hard. They exposed ETHgate, they exposed Promethium Gate, and they even exposed CCP connections. Basically, if it was out there, they would find it and shout it at the rooftops. It would be years alone in the trenches before reinforcements arrived, but arrived they did, late and uniformed, of course. But the ever-proactive XRP community had already prepared for that by creating easy-to-follow timelines and even an interactive map. At the time of the writing, the battle rages on, neither side willing to give quarter. All eyes have shifted to Judge Torres in Ripple case. Will she save crypto, a multi-trillion-dollar industry, or will she crush it beneath the heels of injustice? Time will tell. It's going to be an interesting 2024, the end. What a great write-up. And then Ashley Prosper also put this out. I'm not going to read this whole thing since I read the other one, but she says Bitcoin is a trap and no one can tell me it is not. This is a clip from a guy who posted in May 18th of 2020 about Satoshi Nakamoto, aka Glenn M. Lilly. I don't know who that is. A mathematician from the three-letter agency. Basically, read through here and you will get the picture. Okay? Let me I'll retweet that so it's in my thread if you want to see it. Let me see. I also needed to did I retweet this? Nope. Let me retweet it. Ashley Prosper is good and she's on fire. And so is Cowboy Crypto, who is the official cowboy of the Digital Asset Investor channel. Promethium's investor lineup has been scrubbed from Crunchbase. Imagine that. Now they have number of investors 0, 0. They've taken everybody off of there. And then he shows this. Before Promethium changed their logo, it was designed in China red. This was Promethium's 2017 initiative to create their ICO ecosystem designed for U.S. compliance. No SEC filing for registration of ICOs has ever been done. Regulation 8 Plus affords Promethium the ability to be the first to distribute its ICO securities to all investors in compliance with federal securities laws. Now, to combat all the lack of regulation, Circle is making commercials now.
What does a cup of coffee have to do with the future of the global economy? While it's hard to imagine today, in the future, digital currencies will fundamentally change the way we pay for things. Whether I'm buying a cup of coffee,
see what he says.
Instantly, anywhere in the world. The strength of the dollar translates to value for American families. The faster that money can move in the world, the more economic growth that can happen. But in today's global economy, the dollar's position of strength is under threat. Competition for what money gets used on the internet is increasing. The real question is whether global commerce will happen in digital dollars or digital euros or yuan. And the United States has a choice to make. Does it want dollars to be the foundation of currency on the internet, or do we want to let other countries lead the way? If there's one thing that's certain, is that we always underestimate the ultimate impact of technology.
All right, so they're making commercials. Coinbase is making commercials. Now, look at this. This is an interesting tweet. Wait, if XRP is classified as a stable coin due to timing between settlement being stable, 3 to 5 seconds, volatility reduced and thus stable, and not stable because of the price is pegged, possible? You got to play with them definitions. Maybe a coin can be referred to stable if the price is stable and or time to transfer value is stable, 3 to 5 seconds, settlement stable. Or if there was a price set, it would be stable. Let's see what they come up with. But XRP has been referred in the past, some reports, as a stable coin, time will tell. That's a true story. It has been referred to in some reports as being a stable coin. So time will tell. But look, this is very highly unlikely, but it has been referred to as a stable coin, and that is the fact, Jack. And many think that that a price set could happen. Who knows? I doubt it, but it could. You never know. You don't know what. The government can do anything they want under the guise of national security. Never forget that. Never forget that. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family. Things are getting interesting. This thing could be over in an instant. It just could. Thanks for listening.